Hello, fellow YouTubers, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. On the last episode, we continued finding things for the trial, for Maya's trial. We went to the law office that she gave us, to Grossberg's law office. Unfortunately, he is not taking the case for an unknown reason, but we took the case because we're a nice person. We also went and talked with the witness, April May, who turned out to be not that helpful, but had a secret in her apartment, or her hotel room, which we found out was a wiretap when we were able to search it when she wasn't around. So, on this episode, we're going to be getting to the trial, so let's save the game. If it works, well, please work. It's taking a lot longer than normal. Oh, it did work. Good. Okay, what voice did people want me to give the judge? I don't remember what it was anymore. I think I gave it to Grossberg. The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Mia Fey. Mia Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. I don't remember voices anymore! Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Mia Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. You may call your first witness. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. I'm gonna run out of voices. I only have like 6. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir! My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I like that he's a 50s mobster instead of an actual cop. I'm the detective in charge of homicides at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe first the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. So, the body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. He's saying sir in he's saying sir at the end of every sentence. He's talking to a prosecutor. The court accepts the statue as evidence. Did I make it British a little bit there? They're still calling it a statue. I mean, the judge should know this is a clock unless he completely forgot about the last case. I mean, the last case was about a month ago in game time. But we did get floor plans added, so we can, whenever we want, we can look at the floor plans and see exactly what the floor layout was at the time of the murder. We kind of already saw it. I mean, we were there. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Mia Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe. I'm meshing voices together. Please testify. Oh, I don't remember his voice now. Please testify to the court about this hard evidence. I'm going into Gumshoe's voice now. I'm not a man of 1,000 voices like Mel Blanc. I'm like a man of 4. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Mia Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Mia Fey. Why? We get a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Mia Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. Heh. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. So here we go. Cross-examination, first of the second court case. So, the note that she kind of tossed us was letting us know about this press button up here, which we didn't do in the first trial because it was completely pointless for the first trial. It was the first trial was very laid out. Like there was nothing to be surprised about. We knew who the murderer was. That was the first witness. All we had to do was make him, and the contradictions were clearly pointed out, and they were very obvious. As the game progresses, they're going to get less and less obvious. So we need to start pressing stuff so that it can pop out these contradictions. So she threw that thing to us. Let's start pressing everything. I know which one we need to press in order to progress the story, but let's just press everything. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from our customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right. Please continue. Yeah, so that doesn't really help us here. He did kind of, tell us a lot. We did learn a little bit more, but it was stuff that we already knew. He told us more, but it was stuff we already knew. So, let's press this one as well. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? Right. I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So, tell us who the two people you found on the scene were. Yes, sir. No, I don't need to read this again. I already read it. So, yeah, we're not really learning that much. We can press everything, but, yeah, let's press everything. Are you absolutely sure it was us? That's a stupid question. Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care. Yeah, so we don't really need to press everything because he's kind of, he kind of stated the obvious there. That, yeah, Maya's wearing very weird clothes, and I have spiky hair. It's kind of hard to tell the difference. Although we can't really tell Phoenix Wright has spiky hair because we can't really see his hair that much. So let's just skip the pressing here because we don't need to. And let's skip this one because, actually, no. We know who the witness is. But this is the thing that's kind of like a little iffy maybe. Because if you remember, the witness kind of screamed at us, not Maya. But she might have been watching. Why she was, let's just press it. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence. She did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. That was hard. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? But what? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. I can't remember Judge's voice. Do you have any... I'm mixing Judge and Larry now. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Gah! Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. I'm gonna find a voice for the judge, and I'm gonna try and stick to it. I'm trying to find it like an old man voice, but it's not working very well. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. I'm starting to lose Gumshoe's voice now, too. How do you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I lost both their voices. I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. I can't. I just can't anymore. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. I'm losing everything now. I might have only 3 voices. I gotta re-listen to this episode and find out what voice I did again. So, we know that pressing stuff does help, but I mean, we don't really need to press. We do know something that's a little out of place. If we go all the way to the 6th thing, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Let's look at the evidence and look at the autopsy report. Death was instantaneous. So she couldn't have written the note because she died just like that. Like, she got hit in the head, bonk, dead. Not hit in the head, bonk, wrote it, dead. So let's present this. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Mia Fey? That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it! Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. But backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, Detective. Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately would have the time to write anything down. Wouldn't have time to... Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? But when? Well, it wasn't the day of the murder. Oh, no, it wasn't, because the day of the murder was 9 p.m. Unless we got it immediately. We can't say I forget. That's a terrible answer. He did get it the day after the murder when we got it from Gumshoe, so it was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. But what? A second autopsy report was performed yesterday, at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Darn you, Edgeworth. I'm not breaking that. I don't care. I don't really care anymore. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? Oh god, look at all these questions. I mean, you're a sham, Edgeworth? That'd be kind of like attacking Edgeworth. We don't want to attack the detective. It's not really his fault. Because, he did give us the note yesterday. Although, technically, his came in... He made his yesterday as well, but apparently 12 hours is all that matters. I can't say I'm a sham because I'm not that terrible. So, we're gonna call out Edgeworth, because I don't really know what else we could do. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. And our autopsy report gets updated. We're gonna get a couple items updated over the... Oh, we've already experienced an update with the thinker from the first court. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. Ha, you said darn this time. Alright, well, nothing's really going for us right now. Let's call it an episode here. I mean, we just got screwed over completely by brand new evidence, which is going to happen continuously. But, yeah, we're going to call it an episode here. I got to find out what voice I gave to characters again and remember them. I mean, I'm mixing voices together now. I'm forgetting voices. I don't remember what Judge originally started at least for this episode. I know old Judge voice is now Grossberg. And Gumshoe's starting to lose his voice, which isn't good. So, on the next episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, we're going to be continuing on with this court. I mean, we're not really doing that good right now, but hopefully we can turn it around somewhere. So, until next time, hopefully you enjoy.
I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. I've studied species Turian, Asari, and Batarian. I'm quite good at genetics as a subset of biology because I am an expert, which I know is a tautology. My xenoscience studies range from urban to agrarian. I am the very model of a scientist Solarian.